I made a video yesterday about, and this probably won't go up anytime soon, so I guess I shouldn't have said that. But anyway, my video yesterday was about the R1S charging at Tesla superchargers. And it struck a debate between another viewer that was kind of talking about the whole placement of charging ports. On the R2 specifically, they have moved the charging port to the passenger side. I was wondering why I was cold. This stupid air is on cold. Anyway, they've moved the charging port to the passenger side. And it is NACS, but it's on the passenger side, so like not useful at all. Whereas Tesla puts theirs on the driver's side rear. So Tesla superchargers are already set up to be using driver's side rear. If Rivian's going to move their charging port, they might as well move it driver's side rear so that they can be compatible with half their charging network at this point. Also, I mean, the Rivian Adventure Network has pretty short cables because it was designed so that, you know, you would pull in and boom, you would plug right in. I guess that kind of makes sense for placement of the right rear so that you can back in and it would still be in the same spot. But honestly, all you gotta do is move your spots over one and now it can be back driver's side. So yeah. Anyway, this person that I was talking to about this issue said that he would buy a Model Y before he would buy an R2 because of this charging port location. No other reason, just the charging port location. And I thought it was an interesting debate. I don't have the same views, and I'll explain to you why. I like that it's using NACS, and I'm not super upset that the charging port is on the wrong side. I will agree, it's the wrong side. The issue that I have is, it's not really an issue. I don't really care. Because with Tesla, at least so far with my F-150 and my R1S, I've found installs that allow me to park slightly off centered to the charger, so I'm not blocking any spaces except for the one that I'm using. And it's worked out perfect. Now, I know that's not the case everywhere you go, and I know there's not always going to be that option. But for me, so far, it's worked out great, and I've had no issues. So I think, you know, where there's a will, there's a way. The way that I park at superchargers would allow for another car with a charge port like mine on the left front to pull right beside me and use the next charger, and we would both not be blocking any more stalls than the ones we are using, which I think is a huge plus. So planning ahead and thinking it through is very useful in that situation. Now, not everybody knows how to do that. Not everyone's going to do that. So yeah, they're going to be blocked stalls. We're going to deal with that at some point. But Tesla is going to release the V4 stalls, which will have longer charging cables. And I'm pretty sure that that's probably going to be pretty widespread before the R2 ever comes out. R2 is not expected to come out till 2026, and you know, it may start slow deliveries and move up from there, just like it did with R1s. So by then, Tesla could have retrofitted every V3 into a V4. Will they? I don't know, but they could have. So, I mean, it's kind of like wait and see at this point. We'll see what happens. But I would not jump on one or the other just yet. I wouldn't say I'm definitely not getting an R2 because of this. This one issue could be changed in many ways. Rivian could make the decision to move that port to the other side if they decide to. Tesla could go ahead and retrofit into their V4 chargers with longer cables. There's a lot of things that could happen between now and the time the car actually comes out. So I wouldn't be canceling orders. I wouldn't be jumping on conclusions of anything. I just wait it out and see, because honestly, anything could be changed at this point. And even if it's not, I don't think it's that big of a deal. It just doesn't seem like that big of a deal. If that were the only reason stopping me from getting an R2, I wouldn't not get it. I would just go ahead and get it, because everything else about the R2 is nice. I really like the center display behind the steering wheel. They didn't resort to putting everything on a center screen. They still have the two screens. I like that. There's a lot about the car that I like, and I'm sure more information will come out before it actually gets released, but so far I'm liking what I see.